Welcome back to the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Apple or Spotify or Google, please give me a 5-star rating. This content is brought to you by Uphold, which makes crypto investing easy. You can buy, sell, trade, and earn crypto on Uphold. It's a great platform, and I've been using them for years. In fact, I still use them to this day. They are one of the only exchanges where you can actually still buy, sell, and trade XRP. They have 10 plus million users, 200 plus cryptocurrencies, and they're available in 150 countries. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, please visit the link in the description. All right, my friends, here's the breaking news. Judge Torres overrules the SEC's objections and orders the SEC to turn over Hinman documents. So Judge Sarah Netburn had already ordered the SEC to turn over Bill Hinman, the former SEC official who gave the speech that Ethereum is not a security, to turn over his documents, calendars, emails, and all that, because we know there's a conflict of interest there where he was being paid by Simpson Thacher, which was part of the Ethereum Alliance, and yet he is being coerced and being bribed to give a speech and to give Ethereum the free pass. Because Bitcoin was declared a non-security, then Ethereum got that free pass. The rest of the altcoins did not, right? And we know Ripple got hit with a lawsuit, and all of these things just look very fishy. The timing and the whole positioning of the people who are investing in Ripple, invested in Ethereum, and the statements they made over time. So this is a big win for Ripple. 2 judges saying, no, SEC, you're not getting away with this. You need to hand over these documents. Here's what Attorney Jeremy Hogan had to say. Judge Torres agreed with Judge Netburn on every single issue related to the Hinman emails. Relevance, check. Attorney-client privilege, check. DPP, check. He says, some days I'm proud of this profession, smiley face. Hashtag turn over the emails. So there's a lot for the SEC to lose here. They don't want this information out there, my friends, because once again, conflicts of interest. Now, Eleanor Tourette of Fox Business, she's a journalist there. And by the way, I'm doing an interview with her tomorrow, so you don't want to miss that. Please make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell enabled. She said, wowza, a big week for Ripple and the XRP community. This is a big win, my friends. And for those of you who, are on the fence about this situation, it is being corroborated here by the judges, right? They see what we see, and they want this information out there because they see that something is wrong here. Where there's smoke, there's fire. What is going on with the SEC? What do they have to hide here? Why did Ethereum get that free pass and not the other altcoins? This is not just about Ripple and XRP. This is about Cardano, Algorand, all the other altcoins out there, Chainlink, you name it, right? Avalanche. Why have the SEC not given the clarity there? Why did Ethereum get the clarity after doing an ICO? Something is wrong, and that's because of the conflict of interest. Gary Gensler won't address it. He's trying to cover it up. He's trying to sweep it under the rug. We're not going to let that happen. Attorney John Deaton said the following: this is why the crypto market should be thankful Ripple is fighting this case. If you add up the legal fees Ripple has paid to finally get a ruling from Judge Torres, it is likely $2 to $3 million, and they still don't have the documents. Next step, SEC asks to certify or mandamus. So this could lead to a settlement where the SEC may not want to, once again, give up these documents, right? And they're going to try their delay tactics and all their nonsense. And a government agency, which is supposed to have integrity, they're going to do their shady tactics, right? It's like Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, what he tweeted out earlier this year. The SEC has been acting shady. Just imagine that, right? A government agency supposed to protect consumers, protect investors. They're acting shady. They're compromised. This is pathetic, and it's unbelievable what's happening. And you may say, well, Tony, what if the SEC keeps delaying? And, we've seen this over and over. Well, I know it's taking time and we have to be patient, but look at the coverage this lawsuit is getting. It's getting to Fox Business, Bloomberg, Forbes. There's a lot of people writing about this. There's people calling for Gary Genser's resignation. So eventually it will amount to us winning this, and there's light at the end of the tunnel, because we know this is a big hit job the SEC, Jay Clayton, and those guys did on Ripple. And just look at this article from today from Fox Business. Calendar of former official provides insight into SEC regulatory intent and Satoshi stumble. Hinman's agenda, obtained by Fox Business, details meetings from his nearly 4-year tenure at the SEC. Many of you have read this and seen it. It talks about Hinman's emails, his calendar meeting with the folks at Ethereum, and so on and so forth, right? So again, this thing is not going away. And this is not just small YouTubers talking about it and people on Twitter. It's getting mainstream coverage now. That's why I want you all to be encouraged that our efforts, our tweeting, our constant tweeting, contacting our representatives, putting out content, doing investigative journalism. Yes, you don't have to be some journalist at Fox or somewhere to be part of to be a journalist, guys. And many of you have put out content and done the right thing, and we keep beating the drum on this, and it's getting picked up. Members of Congress are noticing this, and you guys may have seen my interviews with Tom Emmer many times over, and he's like, a new day is coming. They have oversight over the SEC. I'm hoping the election goes in a way where he's able to do that. But we know they've got their targets on Gary Gensler and the SEC. So be encouraged and be patient. Things are moving in the right direction, and we got the judges on our side here. Clearly, you can see they have to turn over the documents. And once again, the SEC is going to do their dog and pony show, delay, act stupid, try to go back on statements they've made. The judge has called them hypocrites already. We've seen that, right, guys? So don't worry. The law is in control now. So I think we're going to see some big updates coming within the next year at least. I know some of you may say the next year, I want it next week. Unfortunately, there's a judicial process, right? Anyway, moving ahead, Ripple continues to build. Here they tweeted out, congrats to French fashion house Balmain for launching an industry first NFT membership with Mint NFT powered on the XRP ledger. So this is pretty cool. The XRP ledger continues to get adoption, and Ripple continues to build. And I can see why they have confidence in their business model and what they're doing. And they're not worried about the SEC, because clearly the SEC is not standing on solid ground here, given the conflicts of interest. Finally, Ron Hammond of the Blockchain Association, who's a freaking guest on this podcast, he tweeted out the following today. A lot of news today about various new crypto bills and letters. With the election approaching, many members introduced bills late into the session to plant a flag for next year or capstone their legacy if they are retiring. May not get much action now, but could be important later. He says some examples of just today: Cryptocurrency Cybersecurity Information Sharing Act from Marsha Blackburn and Senator Lummis. He says here another effort from retiring members, Senator Toomey, Senator Major, if I'm saying that right, and likely the next lead Republican of Senate Banking, Senator Tim Scott. He says there will be more bills and efforts announced in the coming hours/days. Keep in mind that there is always a chance smaller crypto bills can make their way into larger ones by the end of the year. There are still a lot of discussions on the DCCPA and stablecoins. Stay tuned. So I'm hoping to have Ron back on soon. We're going to talk about crypto regulations, but this is a big part in curtailing the SEC and finding the balance of power between the CFTC and the SEC. Of course, ultimately, we want the Congress to pass a law, an updated Howey test, and mandate the SEC to create that new Howey test or whatever it may be. So we're dealing with 80-year-old law right now, which was made around oranges on land down in Florida, right? As sold as securities. You can't use that to regulate cryptocurrencies on decentralized blockchains that are globally distributed, where other countries treat them as virtual currencies and where Gary Gensler is trying to treat them as securities. That is asinine. So this needs to be fixed. It needs to be updated. But anyway, guys, big news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. Share this video. Get the news out, guys. Share the podcast. Share the video. Once again, we got to amplify it. We have social media. There's never been, this type of opportunity for us to crowdsource and our voices to be heard and amplified because we have social media. Imagine this was happening in the early 90s and the 80s. We couldn't do anything. There was no way we could organize on a national level without having, a huge budget to broadcast on TV and radio and print, right? There was no way we could have done this. But decentralized justice, as John Deaton has said, and the internet has made that possible. So anyway, guys, share it out. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later.